It's the Brian and Kindra Show with Brian Cook and Kindra Cox of Keller Williams Realty Elite.
I am Kindra Cox.
I'm Brian Cook.
Between the two of us, we have over 30 years of experience.
Sharing real estate tips and advice. Right here on Classic Hits 1073.
Hey, it's the Brian Kindra
and the Branson Show.
Yeah. Hey, we had some, I don't know, there's technical difficulties.
It's a little warm back at the radio station.
So we're going to do it at the office. We whipped out our studio equipment, and I think we got it going. One time we did it not very long ago, and I dropped the ball and didn't get our audio right. But
What?
I got it twice now. We're recording twice audio. So.
All right, so it's 2:23 on Thursday afternoon, so we're a little bit early for the show. But truly, because Branson, you texted and you said, hey, It's a little warm at the studio. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I ain't doing it.
So we said, hey, we need a special speaker that owns a house. And here you are.
Yeah.
See?
Hey, thanks for joining us, Branson.
Thanks for having me.
Does it stress you out that Brian's working that soundboard thing instead
A
of
little
you?
bit, yeah. I'm just here hanging out.
It's all great.
Just don't look at it. Okay, I hope the video just got that bite. Was that as big as that one while ago? Man, y'all, Brian's eating ice cream while we're on the radio, too. It's not even hot in here, but you know.
Ice cream break time.
Yes, ice cream break time. Okay, so we have any fun things to talk about? Sandals Resort, Branson?
It was awesome. It was a great time.
Like with your name Branson, we talk about vacation, people probably think like...
I'm going to Branson.
Yeah, no. You went to everywhere.
Yeah, we tried 2 different resorts in Jamaica.
My
wife's sister got married there. So.
I need a sister like your wife's sister that needs to get married
somewhere It was an expensive wedding. If they don't stay together, I need a refund or something.
Dang it, both of my sisters are... Well, I guess that's not true. Hey, there's hope.
Yeah.
Maybe one of my sisters will get married to Sandals in Jamaica.
You never know.
That'd be fan-freaking-tastic.
I'm sure somebody's getting married in Sandals in Jamaica.
I'll just invite myself.
Yeah.
I have a friend that we've been having to go to some funerals together, and I told her today, we're going to start going to the lunches, too. This is for the birds.
Yeah.
It's one of those that does that.
Can we do weddings like that too? Can we be the wedding crashers?
That would be, it's not worth it.
Why? I mean, I really do hate a wedding, but I really do think that I could enjoy a vacation.
Yeah, it looks like probably 5 more weddings, and then I'm done.
I heard On Point Land Survey is taking vacation next week, and so I think I might invite myself on that one too.
Yes. I think I heard, Mike said you're welcome to come.
He's trying to get rid of you, boss.
I mean, hey, I think it's time for a break.
Oh, man. So we had an interesting closing.
Yeah.
Can I tell you my favorite part? Are you nervous?
No,
It's always
like,
afraid, like,
so
what is she going to say?
Oh my gosh.
We have had so many crazy things, and we had a major hiccup yesterday, and we were starting to get really nervous. Everything came together just fine, but our sweet little buyer was so excited. This is my favorite kind of thing. After the closing, whenever I said, hey, can we take our still picture? And come to find out, this is the first time she's bought a house independently.
Yes. It's
different. I don't know why. No, please don't send me hate mail, but it's different as a woman whenever you've always bought the house underneath your husband's name and then to buy it independently. It feels different, y'all. I mean, y'all always have the stress on you. Sorry, men. But the first time I signed my own papers, I was like, I did it. It was really exciting. So halfway through, I went, oh my gosh, this is your first time to buy a house. She's like, yeah. So I said, let's take your sold picture. And she literally held the sign. She goes, yay!
Yeah, she was excited.
It was so cute. She hugged you today, you said.
I thought she was going to tackle me. I got on my pickup and I showed her the keys, and it was like full on.
I love it. I love when our buyers are excited, and she's so excited. So super, super cool. They've been living in a camper for months.
Yeah, moved from Oregon.
Yeah, she said she still has to go back and get another load. But anyway, that was super cool and awesome and wonderful. That's why I love this game.
Yes. So
she doesn't think it feels like a game, but you know.
No, I mean, there's the good, and then there's some just things that, I mean, it makes up for the things. I always say to people, if they were all like that, we wouldn't have a job.
Right.
Because it's easy. But if it wasn't easy, if it was easy, we wouldn't have a job.
It was easy every little
There's some hard ones.
Oh, my Atlanta, there's
we've
some
been
hard
battling a couple this week. Just getting the deal put together has been.
Yeah. But we're so close. And it's exciting because, again, we're going to have some super happy homeowners, and we love that. Yeah. Branson, are you a happy homeowner?
I am a happy homeowner.
So your story is interesting to me because you bought it at an auction as a first-time home buyer.
Yes.
And with a government-backed loan.
Correct.
And to me, those 3 things together, I'm like, oh my gosh, you are one brave guy.
It was terrifying. It was my first ever auction, and I bought a house.
I remember because I was observing because it was in the office I was in at that time, and the agent that worked with you was a new agent as well, and I kept thinking, this is going to work. Like, I know, Brian, you could make it work because that's who you are, but my nature is like, oh, that's risky. Oh, that's risky. And she's like, we're doing it. And by George, y'all did. And it was stinking awesome.
Yep.
So I bet you've learned some things with your home ownership.
Learned a lot.
So we're going to talk about essential maintenance, I can't even say it. Essential maintenance tasks for homeowners today. So let's take a super quick break and we'll be right back.
All right, we're back.
All right, so here we go. First things first. Owning a home is a lot of work. Was that surprising to you? Well, where did you live before?
I lived with my parents.
You moved out of your mom and daddy's house?
I did.
Brett, by the way,
Yes.
That first week when you were gone, yeah, he screwed it up. I mean, I didn't want to.
Oh, man.
I mean, I hate to throw him under the bus, not really at all. But, yeah, he totally, I don't think we had sound.
Not for like 20 seconds or 2 minutes or 5
But
minutes.
It happened.
I think he appreciates you. It's a good time to ask for a raise.
I'll see what I can do.
All right, so moved out of mom and dad's, moved into your own home. Can you, like, I'm totally putting you on the spot, but what surprised you about home ownership?
How much work it is, I guess.
It is, isn't it?
Just keeping up with everything, doing all the chores, utilities.
Yeah. Like, you know what? Brian will probably make fun of me. I had no idea that I would need a shop vac so often.
Yeah.
And I'm serious. Whenever I divorced and I didn't keep the house, and so whenever I moved out, I tried really hard to be like really cool, like, well, that looks like a man tool, and this looks like something I would use. I know how to use that one. There's two. I'll take that one.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to be all nice and stuff. And I really regret that I didn't take the shop vac. Shop vac and
There's so much use for them.
and I asked my brother-in-law, which one of these drills is the good drill? And Stuart said this was a good drill. So I put it back down and I took the bad drill. I have regretted not taking the good drill. Like, use a drill all the dang time.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
I think you need a
crazy.
full-on. They should first-time home buyer toolkit
We're going to talk about that.
with a blower.
Okay, well, I have a generic toolkit.
Okay.
I have an awesome, you know this. I have a toolbox in the back of the car in the Jeep. Actually, I had it in my Buick too, which is hilarious. I had this nice little Buick with all the leather and everything, and then in the back I have this yellow toolbox that's painted on, and yellow was a theme for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about toolboxes, but like these other things, I was surprised that I would need, and and even a couple of things you're like, don't buy that. You don't need it all the time. But I don't like to have to borrow it. So, like the trowel. What's that thing I used whenever I?
Like a sheetrock trowel.
Yeah, Brian's like, don't buy that. Well, by George, I know I'm going to have to go ahead and do the other bathroom now. So I needed to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so things like that.
What about
Tools. That was
shovel?
surprising to me.
Shovel. Did you buy a shovel yet?
Man, you know what? As much as I've had to dig in that dang yard, I should, but no shovel.
It's just one of those you don't
Y'all
want
are
to
safe.
use.
I'm not burying anything.
You don't want to use it.
I think I stole my parents and I never gave it back.
That's a good trick. Don't tell my kids.
Yeah.
Don't tell.
Yes. It happens a lot. Where's my shovel at?
Well, it's not at my house
So
because I
whoever
don't
has
like
my
to shovel.
Yep.
I want it
All
back.
right. Are you ready?
Ready. I have some
Okay.
statistics.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped those a while
I know
ago.
because I skipped them.
Oh, I
kinda
guess I
muted
thought we were
myself.
not going to have to
I'm
do
going to
them.
mute myself while we do the statistics.
No, don't mute
Okay,
yourself.
so we are still kind of steady. 55 houses actively listing. Last 2 or 3 weeks have been in the low 50s. There were 3 new residential in Woodward. We have 26 pending contracts in Woodward. 2 new under contracts this week. And then I'm working on like 3 if I can get them put together. And then total pending in Northwest Oklahoma, pending contracts is 44. There's only 1 outside of Woodward. And last week was kind of another busy week. There were 7 contracts that closed and none outside of Woodward. All of them were in Woodward. In fact, the last 2 weeks, nothing outside of Woodward has closed in our MLS. That's weird, isn't it?
That's crazy. Yeah, I was only half listening, but now I caught on to what you said. Nothing outside of Woodward in 2 weeks is closed.
Right. So,
At least residentially.
residentially, correct. This is all just residential numbers. And that puts us at 2.89 months of inventory, where a year ago today we were 10.1.
That still is what blows my mind.
That
Somebody
is
asked
crazy.
me today, I was out and about, and she asked how the real estate market is, and I said, you wouldn't believe it. Like, you would not believe. It's been a long time since we've seen
Yeah.
2.89.
I was at insurance. I was at Kevin Kensler's talking to him, get some insurance stuff put together. And I was sitting in there, and he's like, "Man, it's just slowing down, isn't it?" And I was like, "No, we're down to less than 3 months of inventory."
No kidding.
Like we feel like things are kind of slowing down, like people are hunkering down. The reason is there's nothing to buy. Like,
right. So we need to list some houses.
I mean, there is stuff out there. It's just we're not finding what is compelling to the buyers that are actively looking right now. So
absolutely,
we have buyers that are looking. They're just not finding what they like. So you'd be if we had 100 houses on the market like we did last year, 91. There was a lot more options, so people were able to buy quicker instead of just hunt.
So what are people looking for? That 4-bedroom?
We still have lots of people looking for a 4-bedroom, open floor plan, definitely attached garage. We have several people wanting to be in the country. What's crazy is I've got like 3 people looking in the 350 range. There's several options over 400, but they can't quite reach that.
Yeah.
And so this 250 to 350 range is really, I should do my numbers there to prove there's probably less than a month's of inventory in the 250 to 350. And there are some options in that price range. Again, it comes back to they're just not compelling to the houses, the needs and the wants of the buyers today.
Right.
So
right.
So yeah, that's a tight market.
And that's how we feel about that. Okay, as you throw your paper on the ground. All right, so first essential maintenance task, shutting off the water. Okay, so this is one that I think is super important.
Oh man.
Going into houses and finding water running as we're showing houses sets me in a panic. I know to look for the water turn off, but when I walk in, I panic every time. Oh my gosh, there's water running everywhere. Have you looked for the shut off? Oh.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Where would I find it?
So number one, now the city of Woodward does not want you messing with their meters.
Okay.
So that's a
It's a no-no?
It's a no-no.
Is that what you were going to
That's
say?
what I'm going to say. It's not hard to shut them off most of the time, but if you break it, it's very, very expensive.
Have you done that?
And they are very quick now. So part of the deal is you call them.
That's awesome. Yes.
So since I'm not supposed to touch it anymore, I'm like, I can turn it off right now, or I can wait for you. And they're like, we'll be there in a minute. And they're like, a minute. Like, they're fast.
Right.
Because they know it's urgent, and they don't want us messing with them, so they've kind of made it a priority to get there and shut them off. So that's the one, but you're relying on somebody at that point.
Yes.
So it's good to put in a secondary water shut-off when it comes into your house. Mine has, so we were just at a house on Red Cedar, and we had it cleaned, getting ready to put it on the market, and it has 2 shut-offs inside the house.
Really?
So I didn't know which one it was, so I just killed them both. But it killed all the water to the house. So both of them are the same. So, and they're easy to access, easy to find, big red handle. So if somebody wanted to shut that water off, it's blatant and easy. So I think that's important.
It is, but so a lot of us don't have these nice new houses like on Red Cedar. So I have an older home. You have an older home too, Branson. Do you know do you have a main shutoff other than the city main?
Not other than the city, no.
I don't either. So for people like me who don't have that, I mean, obviously there's a turn off. There's shut off for the toilets.
Yep.
There's shut-offs for the sinks.
If they're not corroded shut.
Okay,
open.
exactly where I was going with that. So a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, I changed out the faucet in my bathroom, and this is like this huge thing. I'm never doing it again. But like I needed to do it. Like there's these things that I'm like, I have to make sure I can. I had some tears. I called my daddy Bob. Daddy Bob, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I Googled first, by the way.
Yeah.
Like I'm not just calling my dad. First I Googled.
YouTube.
I could not get that dang thing to move. Couldn't get that shut off to move. So yes, it's probably a good idea maybe then for us to
So they say
to tamper with them occasionally.
I haven't read your article
No,
yet.
I haven't either.
But because this is kind of we have 2 more hours before the
I thought we
radio
could
show.
talk about it. Just move on.
So shutting the water off. So realistically, if you could do it someday, is shut your water off and go turn all those valves up and on. So I just left the house on Juniper, and while I was over there,
brilliant.
I had a guy hooking our washer and dryer up and doing a couple other things. Our washer dryer, the washer dryer. It's not Branson's.
Sorry, Carrie Ann.
So hooking a washer dryer up, and the faucet, both valves were leaking. I just told him, I said, change them, because if they're leaking now, they're going to create a problem.
Right.
House on Red Cedar, the refrigerator line's leaking, which that's a weird piece. They can't even find it. So I'm not sure what we're going to do there. But he went in and capped it. But we're going to shut the water off. Check all of the valves under the sinks and under the kitchen sink. Just go ahead and check them while the water's off. So
Like talking about this almost makes, because I already told you how I feel about crawling under that sink again. I had to get in some really interesting positions.
So I think if you turn them off, I think it says
well,
to
I
turn them
feel
off
like I
every.
could call Comfort Zone
You could.
and be like, "Here's what I want. I just want a maintenance routine. I just want you to go through, make sure everything works."
Right, which is
Right?
We're not there yet. I think
Oh, is that
HVAC's
coming
next.
yet? I don't want to.
But-
I'm just talking about
I
the
know,
water.
but yes,
They're plumbers, aren't they?
yes, they do both.
Yeah.
Yes, but yes, have them come in. I've
Did you
never
see
had
the
them.
look? I know the radio people can't, but did you see the look my boss just gave me?
Like,
Yes, they
yes,
do
they do
both. Yeah, this is the story of the week. All right, resetting the circuit breaker. What the heck? I've never done that. I should go turn off my main and turn it back on? Is that what it's telling me to do?
No, it's saying if something does trip, you need to know where it's at.
Oh.
Don't go out and flip your breakers. That's not very good for you.
No, I wouldn't have thought that. I thought it'd be bad
But
for
like
my
at the snow cone stand where the
electronics,
switch flips every 4 or 5 days because we got to rewire the dumb thing next year. I had to teach all the girls how to turn it off, turn it on.
So my kids were taught that pretty early, because going into houses when they were younger and they would go with me sometimes to foreclosures. A lot of times foreclosures have the breaker boxes turned off, but sometimes they don't have them just the main. Sometimes they'll have like half the breakers off and the main is all kinds of goofy. So my kids learned that pretty young. And so let's talk about that real quick. So like I have a GFCI in the backyard, which makes sense. It's an outside, so water could get to it. And it's faulty, so it would shut off occasionally. And so I had an electrician come and work on that. I think that those are kinds of, don't just keep flipping them back on. Get them fixed.
Yeah,
Get
there's
them
some
fixed.
issue with them.
We see this in our business. We get so used to just, I don't know what the word is, band-aiding things.
Yep.
Band-aiding.
'Cause we're busy.
That's
Yeah.
the word.
We're busy and it's expensive to
It
get stuff
is,
done.
it is. But man, we need to take care of what we have. So I would just encourage you to be careful with that.
Absolutely.
All right, now do you want to talk about your HVAC filter maintenance?
Yes.
I know what you're going to say first.
Change
Have
your
it
filter.
delivered every
Yes.
month, and then you won't forget.
It's perfect.
I don't know why it looks at me when
Except
he says
that when they
that.
deliver my filters and they put them in here,
Oh,
they don't get changed.
have you been
'cause I
looking for
forget.
them?
Yeah.
No, I've been looking for them. So I didn't notice them when I was moving things around. Like, hey, whoa, it looks like I'm a month or two behind. So I did change mine in my house the other day, and I thought, I usually write on the filter like what day I change it, so I know. I try to do it the first of every month, but it was like last week, and I thought, I wonder when I changed the filter last. So I opened it, and it's just like caked. I'm like, where's all this dirt come from? And so I don't know. We're just dirty people, I guess. But air's dirty. But yeah, so I changed it out, and then the reason you change the filters out is to keep it out of your A coil. So there's a house in Fargo. Me and Samantha went and looked at it last week, and then I pulled the filter out, and it was horrible. It was nasty, and I thought, man, this thing's probably been changed in a year. Luckily, they had a secondary filter. That was just like I don't know what that filter was for, but they had one on the actual A coil to catch the dirt get on the A coil. It's in a mobile home, so it's a little bit different. But so we pulled it off and got a new one. But that keeps it. So once it keeps the efficiency of your heat and air, be able to suck air through there. If it gets caked with dirt and hair and whatever else, the moisture that sits on your A coil it'll create. I mean, it'll get crusty and it'll not let any air through. Then you're struggling to get the air through, which costs you more money.
Not efficient, and it's going
Make
to
sure heat and air
decrease the
work harder.
lifespan of your
Heat and air system.
unit.
So I had a customer that, and we should probably all do this, but again, I just changed my filters. But they used to have Comfort Zone do a maintenance plan where they came out every year, fall, so before winter,
Right.
they would service the heater, and then in the spring they would service the air conditioner. Their air conditioner was like 30 years old. I was like, man, how in the world? Like, we have it serviced every year. Comfort Zone comes out and maintenance it twice years. It's like $150, and well, shoot, if I could extend the life of my air conditioner 10 years for $300 a year, I would probably do that. So you might call them and see
Certainly a
what
good
they charge
idea.
to do that, and then they're going to catch how if there's anything efficiency wise they need to fix on it, they can. I mean,
Or
there's always-
unsafe. Do you remember shortly after I bought my house and everything fell apart?
Yeah.
That was so exciting. We called the Comfort Zone, and you had talked to them because I was busy or something. You were helping me.
Right.
Like, we have such a good office here. You help everyone. You're like everyone's dad at our office. The other day, Branson Brewer goes, yeah, so-and-so, they're about your age. And he goes, oh my gosh, we're the same age. Like, you even act like you're the office dad. That's on you, man.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, Dad, you came over to talk to the Comfort Zone guy because I'm dumb. I'm smarter now than I was then.
I had experience.
Yeah, I was having a dumb moment. Anyway, he was like, yeah, this isn't safe. Do you remember? I mean, so that's another reason why it's good to have those service checks so that you can make sure that you're safe. My unit was from 1975, and that was in 2019.
Yeah, wow. 40
That's
years,
an
2-year-old
old
system.
unit, yes. So whenever that guy said, this isn't safe, I was cool and comfortable looking for the money to replace it. But I wonder, I mean, you got to wonder if I didn't have it before then. It had to have just been well maintained.
Yeah.
God, the more I'm thinking about that, it had to have just been super well maintained. Anyway, we need to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and talk about the dryer vent.
All right, we are back.
Okay, so this is funny because on our little list here that we're going to talk about is cleaning out the dryer vent. And you and I talked about this earlier this week. Yeah. Somebody messaged you and said, hey, who do you use to clean out the dryer vent?
No, they asked me who had cleaned it out last.
Oh, and we both went,
And we're like,
I don't think I've ever had that.
Really
I've never had anybody ask me that as a seller.
I haven't either.
Do you clean out your dryer vent?
No.
No? You want to learn how? Brian described it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not starting now either.
Yeah. Yeah, so my last house, the ductwork went all the way up to the attic. And so when my dryer would start not drying well, I'd have to open the door, clean out the dryer vent. I'd take my shop vac. Really, I'd use my vacuum cleaner. And I'd shove the hose down in there and suck all that junk out.
Another shop vac.
Yes, see, it could work probably better. And then I would pull the dryer out, pull the back off, clean it out in there. And then I would look down the hose, flex hose. If I need to dump it out, I would. And then I stick my shop vac up the wall to suck that out. Well, the problem with it going up, they need to make they probably do make a trap. I don't know. They probably make a dryer vent trap type thing to catch the humidity. The problem is going out the roof is that the moisture goes up and condensates on the pipe, and then the lint sticks. And so it creates an issue going up the pipe. So they make a deal. I've never seen anywhere but Lowe's. I mean, I'm assuming you can get it at Ace. You can run it down the top of your pipe, get on your roof, and run it down, and it cleans out you hook it to a drill.
The other day, he told me I had to put my hand up there. I'm like, no, that ain't happening. No.
What? Come on. You'd be calling me, Brian, I'm stuck.
Oh, I can't do it. I don't put my hand in dark places I can't see. That's not going to happen. No. Okay,
so
what about
that's the
unclogging the drain?
efficiency. That's the health efficiency of your dryer.
Okay, unclog the drain.
Oh gosh, I'm married to a woman and I have 3 daughters. I'm telling you, we have more flipping hair in our drains and so I have to pull the shower drain out. Have you seen the video where the guy pulls the shower drain out and the whole water looks like
I don't want to think about it.
hairy rat?
No,
Yep.
stop.
Yeah.
He's just gagging. That's it.
Yeah.
About every 3 months.
Okay, so they have these little things. Do you have one of those little deals that you put down in there to catch it?
It does, but it doesn't work. So they do make this thing you can throw over your drain, and then it's like a mesh.
It takes forever for the bathtub to drain then.
Well, you got to pull it. Yeah.
Makes me crazy.
So, nonetheless, just let Dad do it every 3 months. So that's what happens. Dad, my drain's not working.
That's pretty much. I'm trying to train my son now.
So yeah, sink drains are all the same. I got to take the sink drain out from underneath and pull the stopper out and clean all the junk off of it.
Okay.
But I don't like using acid.
No. So a million years ago, whenever I was first married, our sink wasn't draining out into the bathroom or kitchen. It doesn't matter. And this precious man from our church told me to boil a pot of water. And I don't remember exactly how this works, and I never did remember, so I always just did it however I wanted to. Pour down half the boiling water into the sink, and then I poured like half a thing of bleach and then half a thing of boiling water, and then I did bleach again for good measure. And I swear it ate whatever was in there. And for reals, if I ever had a clogged, like it wasn't clogged, it was just slow draining. It fixed it. Like it had to have been like eating whatever, like, you know, if it was soap residue or whatever, it must have been eating it and cleaning it. It's flipping amazing. And I know people are all anti-bleach, but I have issues
Better
with
than
bleach.
hydrochloric acid. So. Yeah,
so that's my little tip. Okay, let's talk about really fast because we only have like 1 minute left. Essential tools for homeowners. And the first thing it says is not a shop vac, but I believe it's one.
Yeah.
All right, so, and this is all in my set. Hammer, screwdriver set, measuring tape. This is all in my toolbox. Oh, except for the flashlight. I don't have a flashlight in my toolbox.
Yeah, you have one on your phone.
I do have one on my phone.
So some of this is, yeah. And you can use your phone as a hammer.
I don't think you should do that.
Screwdriver.
Set of pliers, utility knife, putty knife, hand saw. I don't have a hand saw. Do I need a hand saw?
I don't use one very often.
That's
I got one in my
interesting.
truck and in my desk drawer.
Oh, well, I know where to get one.
Yep.
Just take that.
Just for
one.
ranch, like a crescent ranch. The drill is a big deal. Like my wife uses
It
my
is a
drill.
big deal.
I bought her one, but then I lost it, and so she just borrows mine.
This makes me laugh.
duct tape. Yeah.
Duct tape. Is that what you use to fix everything, Branson?
Pretty much, yeah. It works.
The other thing that's weird is that baling wire's not on here.
I know, like, hello. MacGyver would not approve this
No
list.
kidding.
All right, duct tape, plunger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but Lord, I always pray we don't have to use it.
No.
A level and a stud finder, and I'm looking for a stud finder myself.
Yes.
That's not what it means, is it? All right, so there we are. What else do you have to
So
say?
just owning a home has some freedoms to be able to do what you want, hang pictures where you want, have a dog if you want,
Yes.
plant fescue if you want,
Or not.
harvest stickers if you want, whatever you want to do. You have the
Hey.
freedom. It's your house.
I picked stickers for 30 minutes again last night.
But you're getting it.
Man, I'm killing it
And
out
so
there.
owning a home, there's that freedom and just the security if you know you're not going to go anywhere. You've got
Lot
it.
of responsibility.
Mhm.
But
I think you have a
Branson,
lot
do
of
you agree
responsibility.
that it feels good to go home and know it's yours?
It feels so good.
It does,
And
doesn't
I
it?
can paint my house whatever color I want.
I love that.
Yep.
Yellow?
Yellow? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not painted yellow.
I talked to a renter this week, and they're just like, man, I just don't want to spend any money on this house because it's not mine. I'd love to fertilize the yard and weed the yard, spread the
Right.
weeds, and I really need to fix the shutters, but I don't want to invest any money in this thing. And
Right.
the fence is falling down, and but it's not mine. Well,
It's tough.
it's tough. It's
Yeah.
tough to know where that line is if you're a renter or an owner. But if you're
Right.
an owner, it's easy. You just go fix
Absolutely.
it, and then it's yours.
And
Joy of
there's a
ownership.
pride of ownership. That's what we call it in our business. Is this neighborhood has high pride of ownership, and I think that's the other fun things. Is I think it's catchy. I think my pride of ownership is catching on
Yes.
in some of the houses around me, and that's exciting. So,
Yeah.
yep. All right. We hope that helped.
Yep. Well, thanks for listening today, and we won't be exactly live, but we're close.
Kind of.
So we'll get this uploaded, and we'll see you guys next week.